The warrior's journey begins with a single, powerful realization. To find clarity in the world around you, you must first cultivate clarity within yourself. The voice of the warrior isn't one that is shouted from the mountaintops or echoed in the chaos of the world. It is a quiet, steady voice that comes from deep within, waiting to be heard. In the hustle and rush of modern life, it's easy to lose touch with that inner voice. The noise of the world, social expectations, media distractions, the pressure of success can drown out the truth that resides within. But the warrior understands that this inner voice, this stillness, is the greatest weapon they possess. It's the compass that guides their every action, the force that aligns their purpose with their decisions. The first step in awakening the warrior within is to cultivate the discipline of self-awareness. Socrates, in his pursuit of wisdom, believed that the key to understanding the world was to first understand oneself. This is the foundation of the warrior's path, the continuous process of self-examination. The more you know yourself, your fears, your strengths, your limitations, the more you can harness your true power. The warrior knows that they must not only hear the voice within, but also trust it. Too often, we listen to the voices of others, the opinions of friends, family, society, forgetting that no one else can truly know our path. The wisdom of Socrates comes into play here. Know thyself. The voice within is unique to each person, and only by tuning into it can you fully align with your purpose. To listen to that inner voice, the warrior must learn to silence the noise around them. The world today is louder than ever, with distractions at every turn. Social media, constant notifications, the pressure to keep up with everyone else. It all creates a constant hum that drowns out the truth. A warrior learns to filter out these distractions, to step away from the crowd, and to listen intently to the whispers of their own soul. This is where the teachings of Don Juan, the shaman, come into play. He often spoke about seeing the world beyond its surface, about connecting to a deeper reality that lies beyond the ordinary. To awaken the warrior within, one must learn to see beyond the surface noise, to recognize the deeper truths that the world often hides. The inner voice is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it comes in the form of a quiet knowing, a gut feeling, or an intuitive sense. The warrior doesn't ignore these signals. They trust them, knowing that they are coming from a place of truth. But hearing the voice is only the first step. The warrior must also learn how to follow it. To truly embody the warrior spirit, you must act on the wisdom that rises from within. This requires courage. The courage to step away from the expectations of others and to follow your own path, even when it seems uncertain or difficult. It is easy to follow the crowd, to do what others expect of you, but the true warrior knows that the path they walk must be their own. The second aspect of awakening the warrior within is discipline. Discipline is not simply about rigid self-control or restriction. It is the art of aligning your actions with your highest truth, regardless of external circumstances. A warrior knows that they must be constant in their commitment to their path. Each day is a step forward, and each action is an opportunity to strengthen their resolve. The discipline of a warrior is not an act of force. It is an act of alignment, where every thought, word, and action is in harmony with their inner voice. A warrior's discipline is not only about external actions, but also about internal awareness. It's the constant practice of bringing the mind back to the present moment, of returning to the center when life pulls you in 1,000 directions. It's in the small moments of focus, when you make the conscious decision to listen to your inner wisdom, instead of reacting mindlessly to the chaos around you. Every moment of discipline is a step toward awakening the warrior within. The next part of the warrior's path is courage. It takes immense courage to listen to the inner voice when it calls you to do something difficult or uncomfortable. It takes courage to follow a path that might be different from the norm, to step into the unknown, to face your own fears and doubts. Don Juan taught that the warrior's courage is born from understanding that fear is not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced. The warrior doesn't run from fear. They meet it head-on, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. The modern warrior knows that there will be times of doubt, times when the path seems unclear, times when the world seems to be pushing against them. But the warrior also knows that doubt is part of the journey. It is not something to be feared, but something to be questioned. In the midst of uncertainty, the warrior trusts that the inner voice will always guide them back to their purpose. This is the art of alignment, aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the deeper truth that resides within you. The warrior understands that the voice within is not always loud, but it is always present. The challenge is not in hearing it, but in trusting it and acting on it. To awaken the warrior within is to live in alignment with your highest self, to trust the path that is uniquely yours, and to embody the strength, discipline, and courage that comes from following that path with unwavering commitment. To do this, the warrior must be willing to embrace solitude. Solitude is where clarity is found. It is in moments of silence and stillness that the warrior can hear the subtle whispers of their inner voice. Don Juan taught that the warrior's power comes from being alone, from developing a deep relationship with themselves and the world around them. Solitude does not mean isolation. It means connection. It means creating space to listen, reflect, and connect with your true essence. In the chaos of modern life, it's easy to forget that the warrior's greatest power lies within. It's not about physical strength, external accomplishments, or the approval of others. The true power of the warrior comes from knowing who they are, from aligning their actions with their inner truth, and from walking a path of discipline, courage, and purpose. The warrior's journey is one of continual awakening. It's about returning to the truth within, over and over again, until you become the embodiment of your highest self. The more you listen to your inner voice, the clearer the path becomes. The more you trust it, the stronger you become. And the more you act on it, the more you awaken the warrior within. So, when you hear that quiet voice calling you to something greater, answer it, trust it, and walk the path of the warrior with discipline, courage, and unwavering purpose.